Okay, since Men in Black is technically a comic book property, I'm going to take the same approach that I've taken with my other comic book reviews and my Godzilla review and stuff like that. I'm going to give my overall thoughts on the film, we're going to have a big spoiler section, and then the trailers, okay? And then you know what the ad breaks mean, what they are, okay? That's where I break everything up so that you can skip over the spoiler section, so, should you so choose. Okay? Okay. So, unfortunately, I have to give Men in Black International a D. Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth do have some great chemistry and do work very well together. Unfortunately, it's not enough to lift a very pedestrian plot with a twist you can see from about 80 miles away and jokes that are flatter than a pancake. And it's a real shame, too, because I was hoping that this new creative direction would finally inject some lifeblood into the very moribund Men in Black franchise. It's just not enough, unfortunately. This is probably the best of the Men in Black sequels, but that's not exactly a high bar to clear.
The Men in Black. Agents J and K hunt down Mikey.
Nice disguise. Blast him!
Now Agent J spots trouble.
It's Alien Anchor jumping out of his skin. You're history.
Taking down aliens. The Men in Black. New Men in Black action figures and Scum of the Universe, each sold separately.
Okay, so the central conceit of Men in Black International centers around a woman named Molly, played by Tessa Thompson. 20 years ago, her family had an alien encounter, and the Men in Black came to investigate, and while her parents got neuralized, somehow she didn't allow the alien to escape. Ever since then, she's grown up obsessed with the Men in Black and finally finds a way to basically bully her way in and join the organization on probationary status. Basically think of her like an intern, and she's immediately transferred to the London headquarters run by Agent High T, get it? That's Liam Neeson's character, where she's partnered with Agent H, a very decorated Men in Black agent who fought off a group of aliens called the Hive, almost single-handedly alongside High T. The one problem being is ever since then, Agent H has been rendered something of a bumbling klutz, much to the chagrin of another agent in there named Agent C. And yeah, that's kind of how everything goes. Immediately, the Agent H is assigned to protect an ambassador from a warlike culture who's actually an old friend of his. So everything seems to be going well until two aliens from the Hive suddenly turn up and assassinate this ambassador. And with his dying breath, the ambassador passes a crystal to Agent M, that's Molly's new name, Agent M, and she, with the message that she can't trust Men in Black or Agent H because something about him has changed. And it's from here that we go on kind of this wild goose chase involving a mole in the MIB ranks that, again, you can kind of see where this is going. So through everything involved, we go on a kind of globe-hopping chase. They encounter Pawn, a literal alien pawn, from a race called the Pawns, and he is voiced by Kumail Nanjiani, and he's eventually given the name Pawnee. So, yeah, Pawnee swears fealty to Agent M because she portends to some type of social status, and his queen is dead, so technically it's either he kills himself or he apprentices himself to a new queen. So that's how that goes. And it turns out that the crystal involved is actually the centerpiece to a large weapon capable of destroying the entire planet when turned up to full power. And this is where, again, more shenanigans get involved. We get a brief glimpse of a woman named Riza, yes, Riza, who is Agent H's ex-girlfriend, who is also kind of a black market alien tech dealer. And here's the big revelation. The mole in the MIB headquarters is Agent High T. I am so shocked. Oh God, I literally pegged this thing about half an hour into the movie. Exactly, like, it's so painfully predictable. Like I said, the chemistry between Thompson and Hemsworth, and I would even say Nanjiani as Pawnee, does work. They do have some of the better jokes in the film. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of jokes in the film, and it just feels like a very, very, very painful retread of the first without any of the great chemistry that Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith had. So, yeah, again, it's very lackluster. Like I said, the big spoiler at the end is, again, Agent High T, shock of shocks, is the leak because he's actually been sort of overtaken by the Hive. And the reason Agent H became such a klutz is during their first encounter, he actually got neuralized by Agent High T. And it becomes this big struggle as this portal opens on the top of the Eiffel Tower to try to summon the Hive back through. And eventually Agent M, see again, this is how forgettable that is. I want to call the characters by their actors' names. Manages to get the crystal and activate it and fires a shot in that kills everyone except Agent H, who then becomes the new head of the MIB London Bureau. And then Agent M is recalled to New York, but she elects to actually stay in London. The end. Like I said, I mean, there's a few other good points too. Emma Thompson as Agent O. I know she was introduced in Men in Black 3. She was really good, not utilized well enough. Liam Neeson is, again, good as Agent High T, but again, not utilized enough. I'm trying to think what the guy's name is. I think it's Rafe Spall, who plays Agent C. Could have been better if he, again, had been utilized more, but they don't utilize that enough. And again, I was hoping that the new kind of direction this looked like it was going in, this soft reboot, for lack of a better term, would finally inject some, lifeblood into this series, but it just didn't. It really fell flat. So, yeah, I am giving it a D.
Alien spaceships? Bizarre technology? Monsters in the streets?
Flying saucer.
That's no flying saucer.
They stand between fact and fiction.
MIB.
We got your back.
Men in Black, are you ready for the truth? All new today on Kids WB.
Okay, it's trailer time, and unfortunately nothing really new here. Well, actually, we did get one new one, so I guess we got that going for us. We had My Spy again, Art of Racing in the Rain again, Terminator Dark Fate. That's our new one. I've just been burned by Terminator so many times. It's like, no more Terminator films. I'm done with Terminator films, unless there's really nothing else coming out that weekend. Hobbs and Shaw again. Another new one, Blinded by the Light. This is the movie about the Pakistani family that moves to London, and their teenage son becomes infatuated with the music of Bruce Springsteen because that speaks to him more than the new wave of the early to mid 1980s. Actually, that one looked pretty good. Certainly better than Yesterday, that movie about the world where the Beatles never existed. After that, we have Once Upon a Time in Hollywood again. And then rounding things off, we had Spider-Man Far From Home. This is the new one with the sort of revelation about Mysterio. Or is it a revelation? So yeah, nothing spectacular there. I had kind of a weird experience at the theater today. The screening was supposed to start at 4, and because it's AMC, that usually means 4:05. But it kept there was a problem with the computer for the it didn't load the movie up properly, and it just showed a black screen. So I was the only one in the theater because it's 4 o'clock on a Thursday, and I had to get up and go and say, hey, something's wrong with the theater. Okay. And they got it fixed pretty quickly, so they got that. At least they remedied the problem. Anyway, next movie review is going to be Toy Story 4. Of course, the next video is going to be the random trade review on Nightwing Huntress. I've got most of that ready to go. I need to record the audio, and I'll probably wind up doing that after I finished editing and rendering this. So, see you all next time. Hey guys, check out my Patreon and see how you can request a movie for me to review, even if it's some stinker like A Dog's Way Home or the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Also, if you like what you see, give the video a like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell.